I can almost imagine that that's something that people will really like. Yeah, you're in the front speaking. It seems that you're the most important person in the world, but then once in a while, you can also make the audience feel important. So, what are the strategies you've been able to use to achieve this, to give the audience the spotlight also?
Mm-hmm. I think giving the audience the spotlight, it's important for me to help them become aware and acknowledge how far they've already come. So if I'm talking to an audience of new, emerging, and aspiring speakers who want to be on bigger stages, they want to master their message better, they want to become better at storytelling, and maybe I'm, giving a presentation on this, it's important at some point that I say, now let's hang on. I know we're talking about getting better. I know all of us feel like our best is still in front of us. We still have so much we want to do, so much we want to accomplish. But can we just take a moment? Because I don't feel like we do this often enough. Can we just take a moment to celebrate how far you have already come? If you have already spoken on your first stage, I want you to stand up. Let's come on, y'all. Give a round of applause for the people who have you've already done that first stage. If you are speaking regularly on your own podcast and you had the boldness and the courage to launch that podcast, that's still a stage. I want you to stand up. All of my podcasters, stand up. Fantastic. If you have done a video and you spoke into the lives of the people who are watching in your community by putting a video up on your YouTube channel, or maybe you did a Facebook Live, or maybe you did a StreamYard, I want you to stand up. And all I'm doing is and at the end of that, I want to say, so can we just acknowledge I am already doing the work? And I have them give themselves a round of applause. And I'm having them to take their seats, because it's important that people, so often we're so busy pursuing the next thing that we forget to acknowledge the first thing.
Yep.
Right. And so putting the spotlight on them, that ignites something in them to say, you know what? Wait a minute. You're right. I didn't even stop and celebrate the fact that I did my XYZ. I didn't even celebrate the fact or acknowledge, or nobody celebrate. I didn't even have a celebratory hand clap or anything to acknowledge that I actually launched the podcast, as terrified as I was. And now I've done my first 400 episodes or my first 25 episodes. I haven't acknowledged and celebrated the fact that, you know what, I've been consistently putting videos up on my YouTube channel for the past 4 months. Every week I've been putting a video up. And the acknowledgement is such an important part of progress, because if you don't feel like you're progressing, you will stop. I'm a testament of that as it relates to health and wellness. I'll get started. I don't know how many of you have ever been on a diet. I hate the word diet, but a wellness journey. I've been on my wellness journey. I'll release some weight. And then if I don't celebrate it and I'm like, okay, wait, I didn't even acknowledge that I just dropped 5 pounds. Then what happens is I get stuck in that space, because I feel like the 5 wasn't enough, because I was really trying to lose 20. And so if I don't stop and shine a spotlight on what I've already done, I'm not ignited to continue the journey. So for me, every time I lose 1 pound, I'm like, yes, I lost another pound, right? Because I'm going in the right direction. So I'm always shining a spotlight on everything I've done. And here's what I did to lose that pound. I didn't have carbs this week. I worked out 3 times this week. And then I'm thinking, now, how do I get more? Okay, well, if I want to go from 1 pound to losing 5 pounds, well, maybe this week I'll work out 5 days and I'll do my 30 minutes on a treadmill. Maybe this week I'll eliminate sodas and I'll replace it with water. So now my brain is looking for solutions to how do I double or triple what I already accomplished. It's the same way when you're shining the spotlight on the audience. Now they are forced, right? Kindly, willingly forced, if you will, or encouraged. Let's say that they're encouraged now to take inventory of what they've already done, what they've already accomplished, how far they've already come. And then to say, but here's where I want to get to. So imagine if I double the effort that I've been putting into my speaking engagement. Imagine if I send out more requests for proposals to people, letting them know I'm a speaker. Imagine if I stop doing just 1 video a week and I start doing 2 videos. Imagine how many more people I could actually impact. Imagine how many more stages I could get on. And it encourages them to acknowledge what they've done, but to acknowledge that there's more to be done, and then to see how far they've already come, so that they know they have what it takes to go to the next level.
Wow.